A criminal justice watchdog group is calling on the NOPD to organize a centralized task force to tackle an outbreak of violent crime. The Metropolitan Crime Commission issued a report this week, and it found that shootings and murders are significantly rising at a time when arrests are declining. As Tan Trung reports, there are many elements working against the police.
This evening, a drive-thru viewing for Kim Boutte, a Mardi Gras Indian Queen gunned down last week in New Orleans East. Police say Boutte was an innocent bystander.
It's just getting ridiculous because we're killing our own selves. And somewhere in time, we have to all come together. It's just ridiculous.
Boutte's murder is among at least 111 homicides in New Orleans this year. According to a report this week by the Metropolitan Crime Commission, violent crime in the city is up dramatically compared to last year.
About a 63% rise in shootings and a 39% rise in homicides.
Raphael Goyeneche, the commission's president, says to get a handle on the rise in crime, the NOPD needs to create a centralized task force.
Instead of 8 different little task force units, there's going to be one run out of headquarters.
Back in May, the force actually dissolved all district-based task forces after an audit found those specialized units often kept poor records and engaged in unsafe practices. Goyeneche says that was the right move then, but the crime situation now demands an immediate change in strategy.
Every time the police failed to make an arrest, it just perpetuates the problem because you're dealing with street justice and retaliatory justice.
This surge in violent crime is happening during a period when law enforcement is under more scrutiny, with some people even calling for the defunding of police. Meanwhile, the calls for service to the NOPD remain steady, averaging 30,000 a month. Kim Boutte was murdered after attending another person's funeral repast. Now loved ones are preparing to lay her to rest. It's part of a cycle of violence that the numbers indicate is deepening. Tan Trung, Eyewitness News.
Well, back in July, the police superintendent said the recent spike in crime could be linked to a combination of factors. This includes domestic or mental health problems. To look at the Metropolitan Crime Commission's full report, just go to our website and click on the story, and we'll connect you.